The war in Ukraine and the first American civilian to die fighting alongside Ukrainian troops. Former U.S. Marine Willy Joseph Cancel working for a private contractor in Ukraine, leaving a wife and young son back home. President Biden reacting to the loss late today. Meanwhile, in Kiev tonight, they are taking stock after relative calm. A flurry of missiles struck overnight. The mayor of Kiev says Vladimir Putin was sending a message after President Zelensky met with the UN Secretary General. The battle still fierce in eastern Ukraine. This video released by the Russian Defense Ministry. But a senior U.S. defense official saying tonight that Russia's war has not gone to plan and that their assault on the east is behind schedule by at least several days. And tonight, after Russia cut off natural gas to Poland and Bulgaria, the European Union is reportedly preparing to phase out their use of Russian oil. That money they pay for that oil funding Putin's war. ABC's senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell leading us off in Kiev tonight.
Tonight, a Pentagon plea to Russia to tamp down the nuclear saber-rattling after threats from the Kremlin.
We urge Russia to stop escalating the rhetoric with respect to nuclear weapons and do the right thing, is end the war today.
Kirby appearing to choke up as he talked about Vladimir Putin's atrocities in Ukraine.
It's difficult to look at the It's difficult to look at some of the images and imagine that any well-thinking, serious, mature leader would do that.
Russia's war has not gone to plan. Having failed to take the capital, Kiev, a senior U.S. defense official assessing they're now having trouble with their offensive in the east and are behind schedule by at least several days, describing it as a potential knife fight. And tonight, the first American civilian fighting alongside Ukrainian troops has died. Former U.S. Marine Willy Joseph Cancel. His wife confirming his death to ABC News, saying in a statement, he went there wanting to help people. He had always felt that that was his main mission in life, adding, my husband was very brave and a hero. The 22-year-old had been working with a military contractor in Ukraine and was a full-time correction officer in Tennessee. He leaves behind his wife and young son. Tonight, new video of that missile strike on Kiev late Thursday. Videos online showing the moment Russian missiles rained down, destroying a residential building, killing prominent Ukrainian journalist Vera Hirich. Seen here in a selfie video last month on the streets of Kiev. These latest strikes coming just over an hour after President Zelensky met with United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres. Artem Chaus was in his apartment when the first missile struck and saw the next attack incoming.
Wow, so you saw two missiles come in?
Yes. Вот так ракета летела сюда. Вот так.
I can't imagine how terrifying that must be.
No, yes. Lucky man.
In Mariupol, new attempts to rescue civilians trapped in that massive steel plant failing. We contacted the far-right Azov battalion, who are fighting alongside government forces trapped in that besieged bunker with hundreds of civilians. ABC News couldn't verify this video's authenticity. Unable to speak to them directly, we sent questions about the conditions there.
This place was not intended for a living.
Residents trapped in the city for weeks, like 71-year-old Vitaly Kudasov, describe the hell of daily life. It was a massacre, he says. Shells, rounds, scary things, but we endured. Victoria Nikolaeva says simply, it's like when they show you the last days of the planet. We were thinking, this is it.
Those horror stories continue more than 2 months into this war. Ian Pannell with us again tonight from Kiev. And Ian, I want to go back to the American killed in Ukraine. We heard from President Biden late today for the first time.
Yeah, that's right, Wes. The president calling the death of American Willy Joseph Cancel very sad. And U.S. officials doubling down tonight, urging Americans once again not to travel to Ukraine as Russia ramps up its attacks in the east and the south of the country. Wes?
All right, Ian, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.